Right, it is that time of the, well, I was gonna say it's that time of the month, but I don't do this every month. It's favorites time. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Melissa, if you don't know, I'm a registered dietitian, and here on my channel we talk about all things food and nutrition and sometimes other stuff too, like favorites videos, which I do every once in a while, where I just talk about all of my favorite stuff from recently. So that is what we are doing today. So let's jump right in. I have 3 quick beauty favorites and they're actually all pretty new. I actually bought them all at the same time, probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But I already know that I love them. So the first is this L'Oreal Infallible up to 24-hour fresh wear foundation. I had heard a couple of my favorite YouTubers talking about this, but I needed a new foundation that wasn't like super matte, full coverage, any of that stuff, kind of more of a like everyday kind of foundation. So I decided to try this one and I love it. It is like fairly matte. Like if you like a dewy foundation, this probably isn't going to be for you. But like my favorite matte foundation is the other L'Oreal Pro Matte one. And this definitely is not as matte as that. And it's also way thinner. Like the foundation itself is very thin and blendable, and it kind of just feels like you're not really wearing anything, which I really like, but it's still like a medium coverage probably. So I have really been loving this. Next is the Clinique Chubby Stick in Sculpting Contour. This is just a like contour stick. So I just draw it on my cheeks and on my forehead and under my chin, and I really like it. I thought it was gonna be a little too orange, but I don't think it is. It really kind of blends into, it doesn't, not blends into nothing, but it blends in really well. And it just kind of looks like, you know, you got a little bit of contour. And I kind of feel like this is going to last me forever because I just draw like the tiniest little line. But anyways, so I have really been enjoying this as well. And then the final one is this Revlon Kiss Cushion Lip Tint. And this is in the shade 210 Pretty Kiss. It's just kind of like a nude color. I'm wearing it now and it's kind of like, you know, you can barely even really tell there's anything there. But it's kind of weird. Well, first of all, I love this little applicator. It reminds me like pretty much exactly of those Lancome Juicy Shaker things. But it's weird because it's like glossy, but it also dries like kind of matte, but it doesn't fully dry. So there's still like a little bit of sheen on your lips. I don't know. This is like the perfect color too. Like I said, you can kind of barely tell it's there, but it kind of just brings everything together and just makes you look a little more polished. Oh, and it also smells delicious. I don't know what, it almost smells like actually like, I don't know, like cake batter or something. Whatever it is, it's very good. I don't have any food favorites this month because I just recently did a Foods I'm Loving video. If you haven't seen that, I will link it. So my first favorite for the clothing is these airy sweatpants, and it's gonna be, with clothes it's always hard to hold these up. Oh, you can see the little hole. But I got these sweatpants for Christmas and they are maybe the most comfortable sweatpants I have ever worn in my life. They are so incredibly soft and I want to get 12 other pairs of them. And they also fit, they're like very nicely tapered. They have, you know, the little tapered bottom. But I just love them. They're so soft, and now that I'm working from home, I wear these most days, I would say. My next favorite is this huge, like oversized cozy sweater from Loft, and it's just in this nice, like soft pink color. And again, it's just super, super soft and comfortable, and I've been wearing this a lot when I like go out to a coffee shop or something, I'll just put on like leggings and then this nice big sweater, and it's a way to like look a little more put together but still be incredibly comfortable. The only issue I've had with this is it pills so much. I don't know if you can see all the like pilling on there, and when I wash it, like there are like chunks of this sweater in everything. I don't know how to fix that. Let me know if you know how to fix that. But it's very cozy and very cute. Another Christmas present that I have been loving is this Madewell backpack. And I had been wanting a backpack for a while that wasn't, I have one that's like kind of big and maybe a little good for travel, but I kind of wanted one that I could just kind of use instead of a purse. So this one is like the perfect size. It's little, but it's big enough to fit like I have my wallet in here. I have my like little pouch that has all my chapstick and hand cream and all that stuff. There's a little pouch here, which is really useful. And yeah, I really like it. It's really comfortable to wear. They also had a brown one, but I just really liked the look of the black one. And then my final clothing whatever favorite is these shoes. So these are actually Allbirds, and I got a gift card for Christmas because they were actually out of my size. So I just recently, a couple weeks ago, ended up ordering these. I really wanted a pair of white or like light colored sneakers, and I really like these knit ones more than the like cotton ones that the regular Allbirds are. So I got these and they are super comfy. They're so lightweight, and I just feel like white sneakers look good with like pretty much everything. So I have very much been enjoying those. Okay, I feel like I have been watching, I don't know, I don't feel like I've been watching that much TV, but then I have like 4 TV favorites. So I think we've been watching a lot of like shorter things, so we've been finishing them quicker. I have Schitt's Creek listed on here, but I feel like I mentioned Schitt's Creek last time. But I just love it so much, so I'll just mention it again, and if you haven't watched it, you definitely have to. It's hilarious and very easy to watch. So if I mention it twice, then I mentioned it twice. And next is The Americans. Oh, it was so good. We watched it on Amazon Prime, and it is like completely over now. I think there was like 5 or 6 seasons maybe, so that one did take us a little bit of time. But basically it's a drama about 2 Russian spies who live in America and like have a family and everything. It's just so crazy and so good, and I loved it so much. It was one of my favorite like dramas that we've watched in a really long time, and I would highly recommend it. It is violent, but I tend to compare like everything to Game of Thrones because Game of Thrones to me is so violent, like a little too much. So The Americans is violent, but it's not too violent. I think there was only maybe 1 or 2 times in the whole like 6 seasons that I had to like really look away and pause for a moment. So anyways, that was so good. Next is The Patriot Act. If you haven't heard of Hassan Minhaj, I would definitely recommend him in general. He is a comedian, but he does a lot of like political comedy. He does have a special on Netflix called Homecoming King, I think. That was really good. It was very funny, but also really sad. It kind of delved into racism and things of that nature. So definitely recommend that one. But he now has his own show on Netflix called The Patriot Act, and it's a weekly show where every single week he talks about a certain topic. Like he talked about Saudi Arabia, he talked about immigration, he talked about student loans, things like that, where he kind of just dives deeper into like what is going on with that issue or whatever. But it's also really funny and really educational. You can tell that it's coming from a liberal point of view, but it's not, you know, every like political show these days is so biased one way or the other, and you feel like, is this person even telling me the truth, or are they just trying to get their point across? You don't feel like that at all in this show. Like, you obviously can tell what his beliefs are, but it's told in a way where you can kind of form your own opinion, and he's just trying to educate you on that topic, which I really love. And then the final show is Grace and Frankie, which is so hilarious. I don't know why I didn't watch it sooner. We're on the last season now, I think, but it's just so funny. If you haven't heard of it, it's a comedy. I think they're 30 minutes long, about two women whose husbands left them to marry each other. And Martin Sheen is one of the guys, and then Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlinson are the two main characters, which I love both of them. It's so funny. I just want to grow up to be Frankie, and yeah, I love it. It's hilarious. It's so like feel good. So if you are looking for something like that, would highly recommend that one. And then like I've said a million times, I'm working from home now, so I feel like I've been listening to a lot more music just to, you know, kind of liven things up around here. But I have really been loving Billie Eilish, who I feel like everyone has heard of her, but if not, she's really good. Very like, I don't know how I would describe it. Like, she kind of reminds me of like Lorde a little bit maybe. Her voice is beautiful, and her songs are like, they're not like so upbeat that you want to like get up and dance, but they're not so like soothing that you want to take a nap. I've also been loving Jamie Page's X playlist, which I've talked about before, but I'll link it below if you haven't heard me talk about that. And yeah, I've honestly just been loving my like Spotify weekly discovery playlist. I feel like they kind of nail it on the head with that one, and it's so nice to not carry a purse sometimes, not have to worry about that. That is all of my favorites. I hope that you maybe discovered something new in this video. If there's anything that you have been loving that you think I should watch or try, whatever, then tell me below in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you have not already. Oh, we almost made it through the whole video without a sound from Brody. He's just saying bye. All right, well, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.